I am not teaching, I am publicly learning. But hi, welcome to Learning from Life in UK test part 440 while doing REG training. And if you participate in REG training, it is at your own risk. I think we could actually try the normal conquest to learn it in a way that I could in 3 minutes, present it in one through. There was William the Duke of Normandy, and in the year 1066 he went over the channel. He invaded Britain, and in the Battle of Hastings he defeated Harold, who was the Saxon king in England. And now William the Duke of Normandy became a king of England, known as William the Conqueror. The Battle of Hastings, and also just the battle, okay, just the battle, not the whole Roman conquest. The battle is commemorated, or the Bordeaux Tapestry is about the Battle of Hastings. The Bordeaux Tapestry, is there anything else? Harold was killed in the battle. Tapestry is a 17-meter long piece of wall carpet. It depicts the battle and can be still today seen. Norman conquest had many following things. Consequence. At least half a word if I stumble in that corner. For example, changes. Of course. For people who want to watch when read what I'm going to say then. The social structures in England. You could also say feudalism. The Norman conquest led to many changes. For example, was feudalism introduced, a system where the king was lending is what English? I think lending a piece of land to the lords, and therefore the people living on that land of a lord had to be sent from time to time to war of the king. There were also changes in government and social structures. The Norman conquest led to changes in government and social structures. For example, there was the system of feudalism introduced, and that system of agriculture, the king is lending or giving country to the lords, and therefore the peasants and serfs living on that land has to be sent by the lord to the war of the king. And the ruling class of the Norman conquest was speaking Norman French, and that influenced the development of the English language. Scotland and Wales were not conquered. We could add that, but that is not necessary. And one other thing, William the Conqueror sent out people to all parts of the kingdom, where you should list all the towns and villages and the people who lived there, and what land they owned and what animals they possessed, and that is all written down in the Domesday Book. If I want to continue, I could say, and that gives an insight into the into the society and the living structures of the time around the Norman conquest or shortly after the Norman conquest, according to the AQYJBPBK test, handbook page 15 and 16. I think that it makes it a bit fun because I have a second camera. I'm going to start it now. And now, all that what we're here trying to learn on that camera, I'm trying to present now one through for other people just in that video. And we can perfectly learn all that, just take after take. I'm not able to say it. Okay, what was the beginning? There was William the Duke of Normandy, and in the year 1066 he started the Norman conquest. He invaded Britain, and in the Battle of Hastings he defeated Harold, who was the Saxon king of England, and Harold also died, and now William, the Duke of Normandy, became William the Conqueror, the King of England. The Norman conquest brought many social changes to England. For example, the system of government changed, and also the language changed a bit. No, but this is very good. I have to say the Bordeaux tapestry, but I could I mention at the end then? To govern its social structures. There was William, the Duke of Normandy, and in the year 1066 he invaded Britain. In the Battle of Hastings he defeated Harold, who was the Saxon king, the important king of England. Harold died in the battle, and William, the Duke of Normandy, became William the Conqueror. Scotland and Wales were not conquered. The Battle of Hastings is depicted in the Bordeaux tapestry, which is a 70-meter long embroidery about the battle, and which can be still seen today. The Norman conquest brought changes in the government and in the social structures. For example, the system of feudalism, which is a system of agriculture, where the king is lending money to the lords, and therefore the lord has to send the peasants and serfs living on the land to the war efforts of the king. And also, the ruling class through the Norman conquest was speaking Norman French, and that had an influence on the development of the modern English language. And William the Conqueror sent people out in all parts of the kingdom to list what towns and villages are there and what people lived and what animals they had. And that is written down in the Domesday Book, and that gives an insight into the social structures shortly after the time of the Norman conquest in 1066, according to the Life in the UK test handbook on the pages 15 and 16. I think that's good. So stop now the camera for that video. We will now do this training. We are out on time. If you're just here to continue with learning for Life in the UK test in that manner, you can go directly to the next part. 441, so we are already 440 parts in. We will do now this training. If you participate in that, it is at your own risk. We're having a good and stable stand always. We're having the arms next to us and the hands from the fists, and we're bringing them down and up. And that is the spotlight. Last time. Next exercise, the flashlight. Now, fists to the inside and to the outside. We have 3 rules. The first rule is that we are stopping immediately as soon as we feel pain. The second rule is that we are going only as fast as we can go with a little bit of effort. And the third rule is that we're not overdoing it. We have quite a lot of exercises, so if you'd like to take a break, you can do it at any moment. I'm going to announce 3 for exercises where you can do it perfectly. Next exercise, the magician. Flat hands next to us, and we bring these flat hands to the outside and to the inside. Last one. Now we're back flip up. Flat hands next to us. We're opening. Last one. Now we could angle the castle like both hands out, hands from the fist, and bring them to the inside. Up. To the outside. Down. To the inside. And backwards. Down. To the outside. Up. This exercise can you skip? The frog test. No, the frog, the crab, anxious to fever. Next to us, hand from the fist, and to bring his fist down, and pressing a bit against it. And we're putting it a bit at the outside. We're pressing a bit from the top. And pressing a bit from the bottom. And on the other side, hands onto a fist to bring it down. We're pressing a bit against it. And pulling a bit from the outside. A bit from the top. And a bit from the bottom. Next exercise, the T-Rex in the morning, the bringing the hands down. You can skip this exercise. And up. And down. But you will skip maybe the last one. Up. And down. Last one is this already. Next exercise, the quadrangular castle architect. You can also do it without a tennis ball. Just do a strong fist. You're pressing on the tennis ball. Release and press a second time. Release and press a third and final time. Switch and we're pressing. Release and press. Release and press. The cautious big bang. One hand with the fingertips on top of the fingernails of the other hand. We're pressing a bit and we're opening slowly. And we're closing again slowly. Last one. And we're switching. Last one. The feet is who is Cynthia's director, fists and we're opening, closing, opening, closing, opening, closing. Last one. The bicycle bridge, both hands like that, and we're bending at the knuckles. We're holding it a little, and we're opening again. Bending at the knuckles, holding, opening again. Bending at the knuckles, holding, opening again. Let's give this exercise, frog testing water temperature. Fingers down, flared, up, strong fists. Down, fingers flared, up, strong fists. Last one, down, fingers flared, up, strong fists. The sun diver, you can also use a tennis ball. Use also a towel, have that outside with long arm, let it fall down, and catch it. Next exercise, the ice axe, bend at the knuckles, press on the top against it. Other hand, bend at the knuckles, press on the top against it. You can skip this exercise. Arms in, strong fists into flexion, arms long out, hands opening, flat fingers extension. In, strong fists flexion, out, extension, flat fingers. In, strong fist flexion, last round. Out, extension, flat fingers. We're ending here. When we have one left here, the claw, hands next to us, and we're making claws. And we're opening again. Making claws, holding it for 1 to 2 seconds. We're opening again. Claws, holding, opening. Last one. Claws, holding, opening. Last exercise, we're unfolding rocket boosters. Long arms, hands form to fists, strong fists to the inside. Fists so to the outside and flat fingers and extension. To the inside again, strong fists. Outside, flat fingers. In, strong fists. Out, extension, flat fingers. Last round, in, strong fists. Out, flat fingers. Ending again. And we are relaxing. We go with moderate pressure over. I'm looking at the wrong camera. We're going with moderate pressure over the middle part of the lower arm. and on the other arm. So thank you very much, and in the next step.